Hi there, it's getting dark. I'm going with my psychologist. I got her some hot chocolate, got a coffee for me, and it's gonna be a rough one. Got a lot of stuff to unpack, but yeah, as my friend Adrian Brody would say, keep smiling, keep dreaming. See you back at home. It is 11:34 p.m. I thought I was gonna be later recording this, like 2 a.m. or something, but this is the very first video I've ever recorded. As you can see in my channel, I mostly upload just music. And for everyone who's still around listening to my songs, the people who comes back and go listen to Endure, thank you so much for that. I really love everything that you guys write to me on the comment section, on email, sometimes on Instagram. It really means the world to me, everything you guys tell me when you share your stories and how my music connected with you. It's really heartwarming. Thank you so much for that. This video is mostly about giving an update on the channel. I've been wanting to make videos for a very long time, but I just kept pushing it. I'm just telling myself, like, what's gonna be your contribution? What are you gonna do that it's not already in YouTube? And I haven't found an answer yet, but I know that I'm the only person in the world who has lived my life, if that makes sense. I would like to make these videos just of me talking about my experiences, about some stressing situations, problems, how I solve them, not by myself, with a lot of help, and hopefully it can be helpful to you. I was really hesitant to decide whether I'm gonna record this in English or Spanish. As you can hear, I'm not an English native, but I've been playing a lot of Destiny 2 with some new Australian friends, and I noticed I really need to practice my English. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it in English. Besides that, there's a lot of people that it's just easier to communicate in English overall. I think the vast majority of you guys, which is not a lot of people, right? I have like 800 subscribers or something. But I know all of you understand English, and I know some of you don't understand Spanish. So just because of that, I'm gonna be recording everything in English. Today I went with my psychologist. I had a really tough session. I knew it was gonna be a tough session, but that's fine. It's been a rough couple months. I just turned 30 years old last year, 2024. It just feels like I made such good progress, but now it feels like I just have to start from the beginning. For the last 2-3 years, I was working a lot, making music for a client. I was editing podcasts. I was editing short films as well. I was happy, right? I was working with stuff I really liked. In December, for whatever reason, all of my clients stopped giving me work. It's been kind of rough adapting, because before I dedicated myself to audio, I didn't like the jobs I had. I have a degree in psychology, but I really find that profession a little bit too heavy for me. It's very interesting. I love everything about psychology, but working as a psychologist, as a therapist, it can be quite heavy. So I mostly take advantage of the education side that I learned in college and make some music production courses for just a couple people. I'm supposed to be working at a dubbing agency for, TV shows, movies, documentaries. I don't know what happened. I just never heard from them. I have a part-time job, so it feels like from where I was last year to where I am now, it really feels like from that ladder, I just went all the way down. And it's a little bit harder because everything I worked on, it's what is known as white labeled, or it was ghost producing. So I don't really have any examples to share with the world, except by just a very few, which seems like it's not enough. And it can be tiring, right? I've been applying for new clients almost every day, and a lot of the time I don't feel like writing my cover letter, like having this I can do it all. I can do anything you want. Anything you want me to do, I will do it. I can do it. I am the best. It's very hard to say that when you really feel like you're not the best. As you can see, this part was recorded the next day, as I mentioned in the beginning. So let's just continue, right? If this is your case, I will highly recommend to start making your own portfolio, right? Maybe this is common sense, but if you're working on audio, I would suggest to just record some dialogue yourself, maybe invite a friend, simulate something like a podcast, make recordings in good environments, bad environments, go out on the street, record something with your phone's microphone, record something with your studio microphone, maybe do some YouTube videos as I am doing right now, which is just another reason why I decided to make the videos now at this moment. So I can have something of my authority that I can decide to share with everyone and don't have to worry about any legal repercussions. And with the loss of all my clients in December, I lost probably around 80% of my income. I realized that I wasn't stressing out about the money. Last month, I had many interviews and I got rejected in all of them. It made me think about my fear of not ever working in audio again, which could be some kind of radical thought, but it comes to my head quite often. Because these past 3 years in which I was working with audio, with music, it was the best. And what if that's the end of it? What if I never get to work in audio again? Well, I am working with audio right now. I am recording this. I will mix it. Even though I'm not getting paid for it, this might lead to something better. I don't know if it's gonna happen, I hope it does. It's really important to keep in mind what can you do that is in your control and what is out of your control. Keep looking for new clients, keep working on your portfolio by doing your own recordings, your own pieces of art, your own projects. Keep doing interviews, right? Make notes on what did you do right and what did you do wrong. I know I did wrong in the last interview I had. 20 minutes before that interview, I got rejected from other 5, and that showed up in that final interview I had. It was painful. I wasn't motivated at all. I felt like I didn't even want to do the interview, but that's totally fine. There will be more interviews. If I have to do 100 interviews, I will do 100 interviews. And thinking about the stuff that you have control on will help you overcome uncertainty. It will make you stay focused on trying to stay on that path that you want to follow. I know what it feels having that horrible uncertainty of what's going to happen. What's your next job going to be? Are you going to have to go back to that terrible job you never liked? What's your income gonna look like? How's your lifestyle gonna change? How your daily habits gonna have to adjust? It can cause a lot of anxiety, but if you have productive days, as for me, what I do is make recordings, make new music, keep looking for clients, keep doing interviews. That's everything I can do that I have control on. And by the end of the day, I'm feeling relieved because I know I did my best that day. I know I did everything I can that's gonna lead me to that direction that I wanna go. I'm not really wasting my time with some other stuff that is not gonna lead me to what I wanna do in life. And that's very important because you need to stay true to what you wanna do. And you need to trace a path for you to follow that's gonna lead you up to that outcome. So if you're dealing with something like this, first of all, I would suggest go to therapy. That's my very first advice. There's nothing like going with a professional, especially behavioralist psychologists. They are the best kind in my opinion. If you can't afford to go with a psychologist, make sure to investigate in your city. I am sure there are places you can go for free. There are foundations, there are government establishments that offer psychological services for free. There are also other foundations that can do some sort of socio-economic study, and they will adjust the price for your sessions based on the income that you have. I know people in my city that have done that, And once they found a better job or had more income, some of them kept going with this foundation, some of them went with a private therapist. It's just a matter of looking, because there are a lot of options out there. I've also been reading about Buddhism, the Buddha's teachings. I am a very skeptical guy about spiritualism and all that stuff, so trust me when I say that Buddhism, it's really worth it at least a try. I know that's not very behavioralist for my part. As I said in the beginning, I've been wanting to make videos for a long time. I just have so many topics I'm passionate about. I have no idea how to organize myself. I would love to make videos about mental health, my own experiences, what may be helpful to you or not. I would love to make music videos, as in teach you guys how to produce music, record your own music. What do you need to know to make your own music? Because I learned everything by myself, right? I didn't go to college for music. And even if I can make a few decent pieces of music, I'm sure you can do even better. I would love to upload a new video next week. I might be talking about my experience with my psychologist and how that helped me. And I would love to talk about my journey learning music, audio production, my own personal journey. So maybe you guys feel a little bit discouraged and need a little bit of encouragement to start. Thank you guys, and I'll see you around. Thanks for watching. Good night. I just got out of my session with my psychologist, and as I said, it was a rough one, but that's okay, because that means tomorrow I'm gonna be a better version of myself, which is what you should be striving for, right? Just keep working towards being the better version of yourself, and you'll be alright. Keep dreaming.